Hey there, hi there, ho there, hello there. My name's Adam. Welcome back to the channel, Kaputy Inc. We built a dump trailer from scratch, I guess, but not really. We took a couple of separate pieces, put them together, a little Frankenstein action. Let's get kicking. Oh. Real neat. Okay, organization. Wait. Bed. Fold down sides, sweet, 14 feet long, excellent. Width, substantial. It goes full width of the wheels, so you could fit a real wide unit in there if you needed to. It came off like F550 two-wheel drive, like that matters. Anyways, we took, and I got this trailer. This was like a fuel trailer of some sort, but it's got real heavy axles with normal wheels. It's not that trailer home bullshit. With brakes, the whole 9 there. It's rated for, we've got it rated for 15,000 GVW. That's what it's on the sticker. That's what's on the license plate. VIN tag, the whole 9. Pretty simple deal, actually. You just take and you make a place for the scissor hoist to attach underneath. This has a lot of nice cross members. We took some C-channel, a big heavy C-channel, ran it the length of the trailer in between 2 cross members. We were able to bolt it to that. Works flawlessly. Hinge kit off eBay or Amazon in the back. Nice heavy duty set. No, I don't have the part number handy. I'm sure you'll ask me in the comments. I'll get you taken care of. It did have a Tommy gate on the back of it. Lopped that sucker off. We bought the hardware from Trail. What the fuck is it? I've got 4 of them or whatever. Anyways, Trailies, whatever the hell it is. Trailers. We bought the hinge kit. We bought the latch. I bought the latch kit off like eBay or something, but I'm fairly certain it came from the same company. And then we just handmade the doors. I have a factory built dump trailer out back, so it was just copy paste. The headache rack on this was much taller because it had to go over a cab. We took and lopped that off so that it was right above. It actually ended up being where the window was. So right here was some mesh for the back window of the truck. That's where we took it off to the top of there, and then we took the part off the top. Had a whole bunch of good patch material, so we patched in the window. There was a soft spot in the front, we patched that in. We grabbed ourselves a nice tarp system there, just a roll tarp. We made our latches in the back here, fairly simple. Again, factory built dump trailer, copy paste. We just stole some of the ideas off there. So it's got the nice tarp to it. It has these jacks down here. Those must have been some sort of leveling jack for the trailer when it was I believe it was a fuel trailer or something of that order. But I don't know, maybe they'll work in the future. It is low enough, you can build ramps, you can put equipment in it. So let's go check out the other side. Get you that front view action, you know, like up front, like, you know, when you're a kid. Tyra Banks poster. That was my first girl poster. Anyway, front nice solid. There was a window here, we patched it. So this is a nice utility box, whatever we call it, bed box. Toolbox out of a pickup. Weather guard, nice brand, aluminum painted. Lots of storage in here. Over here is where we have the pump and battery and stuff. I'll show you that in a little bit. But all this is open storage. So 2/3 of it open storage and a nice little sliding shelf. This is also obviously where the dump control is. There we go. First floor. 14-foot ceilings in here. We're about 1.5 feet from the ceiling, so figure it's up on blocks. Let's say dump height to 12 feet. Anyways, close the lid. But make sure the box sat specifically so this can go up and down with the lid open and we don't crush the lid. Beautiful box we got there. Hoist, nice heavy scissor hoist. We do have this heavy C-channel that catches some other runners underneath there. We'll take a picture of that here in a minute. We got our hoses. Hoses are run through some nice hoops so they shouldn't shake. Nice set of tires on here. I believe they're Goodyear. Part of the reason I bought it. Pretty sure there was $1,000 worth of tires on this trailer. So that was a nice buy for me there. We got our wiring in. We got Arctic grade wiring by Phillips brand. Arctic grade wiring. Stuff's just the tits. Nice heavy coating. Stays flexible in the cold. I got 2-wire, 4-wire, 7-wire. So those are just for your running lights up there. Runs all the way to the back. All the connections happen back here. And they run up to this spot right here, which is where we have our electrical connection. That's where the 7-wire comes in. Splits off to our brakes. Splits off to our running lights. splits off to brake lights. So yeah, that's the main junction there. So that way you're not making so many connections out in the open. So you can run several wires out of there. You don't have to worry about like a whole lot of open connections that'll corrode, create problems down the line. The little time you take now, it's gonna save you a whole lot of fucking around later when you need to use this trailer. Check out our friend Officer Meoff here, AKA Jack. This is a heavy duty. They put them on RVs, but it's supposed to lift 4,000 pounds. So when you figure the tongue's never gonna weigh that much, you don't ever fill these things when they're sitting on a jack. You would fill these things when they're hooked onto the truck, unless you're an idiot. Maybe you're an idiot. Electric, going up, going down, and we got us a little light right here. This thing's pretty nifty. So when you're backing up in the dark, comes with a beautiful cover. I think that was like 150 bucks. Did the brand new breakaway box, breakaway kit. It's all wired in properly. Heat shrink butt connectors. Everything gets cushion clamped or zip tied extremely heavily, but most things are cushion clamped front to the back. This is wired into the battery here, and then it grounds itself through here. Again, this blue Arctic grade wiring. Nice long plug-in. Bob's your uncle. Here we go. Hydraulic pump, two-way. Power up, power down. Battery. We've made some angle iron brackets to hold it in place. Nice brand new bungee cord that's to the perfect length. We got new handmade. I made these. I got the crimping tool. Pretty sweet. It's pretty easy to hook these things up. I mean, it really needs a power and a ground. A couple hydraulic hoses. We got those made. And then we also have the inverter here. I don't know if you can see it, but you can plug in over here. There's a spot to plug in. So it's a charging, just like a factory built dump trailer. You can plug it in and charge it when you're not using it, so your battery stays up. Main electrical connecting junction box here. That's the term I'm looking for. We got our in, that comes straight from the plug. We have another wire that comes in the top here. That's required for the breakaway box. One wire is supposed to get battery from the truck, which in theory should be the red wire. The other one goes to the brakes from the box, or it actually doesn't come from the box, it comes from the little breakaway unit. So it's supposed to set the brakes if that breaks away. The wire that comes out the bottom goes to the front axle brakes. The wire that comes out the top goes to the back axle brakes. The wire that comes out of the side bottom goes to the back. That's got your brown, white, yellow, green. Brown being running lights, yellow being left blinker and brake light. Left, you always think the yellow line in the road. The green going to the right blinker, green grass. White we just have as a ground. And you can see the hoist here, nice big heavy unit. It's held on by 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the same on this side, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts, all grade 8. I think they were at least ½ inch, maybe 5/8. This is the hoist that came with this unit. So you can see here, oh, beautiful. It was already built in there. This might have been a replacement at one time, but this is what came with it. Works flawlessly. And you can see we just put in this nice heavy C channel here. Goes all the way to the back. And if we sneak around the corner here, you can see down there, this little guy right here is where the safety stop sticks on. And that was also came with the box. Hinge situation, bam bam. We added a nice piece of heavy angle iron back here and a nice heavy cross member underneath it. Those angle irons that go front to back were already in there, so we trimmed to make those catch. Every little bit extra helps. Give you that up close and personal, Mr. DeVille. Here's our hinges. They just sit on the shelf here. Nice heavy piece of angle iron. We took this bar right here, was actually straight up and down. We just flipped it over, laid it down. Ended up being the perfect height to set a piece of, I think it's like 3-inch angle on. We ended up having to notch it a little bit, so I guess perfect's maybe not the best term, but it worked pretty slick. These are greasable. I think they're 1 inch. Yeah, I think they're 1-inch pins, maybe bigger 1.25 inch pins. So plenty beefy. You can see where my wiring comes in from the front. And then back here, you know, just a beautiful job. Just amazing. We got our license plate light. The most amazing license plate light. I buy those at Fleet Farm in Winona, Minnesota. They're just like a little LED setup, but they come with a stand, or you can mount them almost flush like that. Just perfect, just a perfect little unit. LED lights, bam, 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 bam. This door hinge kit, just something off like Amazon or something like that. All you got to do is get a piece of pipe. We just used a piece of gas pipe or whatever in there. For our doors, we ended up putting a piece of the C channel to stick this out a little farther so that the latch had a thing to latch onto. And in. Door opens. Bam. We'll have to add a couple of chains over here to latch this on. No big deal. Got all this room. Sweet gig. But the real kicker. The fold down side. Huh? Bang! Mind blown, right? So, it's pretty sweet. You got all that extra room. Floor is nice and solid. Both sides fold down. Both sides latch quality. Good stuff. Little fold down side action here. Hold her out of the way. Pretty much got a flat bed. You can load pallets from the side. What I think would be sweet here is you could load like pallets from the side and stuff. If that was an option. And then you can freaking flip it up. Dump that shit out the back. I think that would be handy. But these sides are nice and stout. These are all like heavy gusseted in the corners, you know, so. Where's it going? No way. Little handy addition we've made here is the D-rings. And we put them on the up posts, not on the floor. All the factory built trailers seem to do it on the floor. And I think that sucks because when it's laying right here, you get material will get clogged up on it all the time. Where this is dangling above that, so you should do a lot less catching of material. This post, nice and stout and solid. The front, it's got a nice connection up there, so I'm not too worried about what you're tying down in here. I mean, if you're real concerned about it, I guess you could add a couple D-rings to the floor. And maybe in the front, that's a better idea, just because you deal with less material getting stuck. But my other dump trailers, I have issues where well, I've had a couple, but you know, you get material will eventually build up in these corners, and that's right around where those D-rings are. So I don't know what the solution, the best solution is, but I think this is a better idea than having them on the floor. All right, last little tidbit you talk about is you can see this gap right here. This has been cut out. Normally this hangs down below, and this little extra distance works out sweet for the tires. I was going to take and flip the axles. It would have got this a little higher in the air, which I didn't really want to do. I mean, it would have been the width of the axle, so that's like 3.5 inches, I think. But the distance from here to here is less, or is more than the distance from between the axle to the frame. So the axles would have to bottom out all the way on the frame for the tires to rub. So even though it looks close, it's fine. And the tire sits slightly inside that lip too, so it's not a big deal. The other issue that just kind of worked itself out was there was a hinge. There was a hinge right here, and this hinge on both sides was just absolutely screwed because it's right by where the tire would be on a normal dump truck or whatever for it to get shit thrown on it. So it was stuck so hard. I was able to get all the other lashes freed up with some heat and beat. So it worked out. We got rid of that one. We added a new hinge right here. So we still have 4 hinges on each side, just like it originally had. And that doesn't affect anything. This piece is all the way right here, so no material is going to come falling out of here. So it worked out sweet. I'm actually going to put sideboards on it. They'll probably just be the height of the corner pieces here. I think that's a 2x8, so we're not going to go crazy with it. Maybe we go a 2x12, I'm not sure. But yeah, you can see the floor here. We did a couple little patches here. Again, these are the cross members that sat over the tire. So this is where material got caught between the cross member and the floor. We got that all cleaned out, new material put in. Pretty stout. Even though this bed had some rust spots in it, it was actually really solid. In the front, it's still got factory paint. Underneath, it's still got factory paint in the front. So it's just, I don't know if it really got a whole lot of use. I think it just spent a lot of time on the back of a truck. So these hinges, this folds up really nice still. In there, about where she goes. Stake pockets so you can put your boards in, so you can put some sideboards on, which we intend to do. So yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up our dump trailer tour here. Hope you enjoyed. If you want, have any other suggestions, maybe. I'll probably get a remote kit. I have that for my other trailers, and they're sweet. If you've enjoyed this video, you want to see more like it, subscribe. Tell me I'm handsome. Tell me I'm an idiot. See you on the next one.